Here's more wrestling news for August 21st, 2022, and we're starting off with WWE, who announced NXT Europe this week, effectively bringing an end to the NXT UK brand. While NXT UK had never been WWE's most promoted show, fans felt the show was secure, especially after this week's NXT Heatwave, where several UK talents showed up. With that said, it appears that the cracks were showing within WWE for some time, as according to Fightful, many UK talents knew that a change was coming, but they were unaware of the gravity of it. As far as the releases go, it wasn't all about WWE cutting talents they didn't want, and several names were released because they didn't want to move to the US. Not wanting to move to the States had been what kept Gunther away from the main roster, but after his previous marriage ended, the reigning Intercontinental Champion felt free to move stateside. Many UK-based promoters are hopeful that the reinvigorated free agents will help the UK indie scene that was affected by NXT UK's formation. Between the forming of NXT, the many accusations of misconduct in the speaking out movement, and the pandemic, the UK independent scene has taken some serious knocks in recent years, so we'll have to see what comes next ahead of the launch of NXT Europe. Many fans and wrestlers don't believe WWE's claim that NXT UK will just be going on a brief hiatus, believing that NXT UK is finished, but don't expect to see the new brand anytime soon. WWE has said that NXT Europe will launch in 2023, but on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer explained that it won't be early in the year. Meltzer's reasoning is that if the brand was coming in January 2023 or even the first half of the year, then the company would not have released so many superstars as part of their latest cost-cutting measures. Meltzer also pointed out that if NXT Europe was coming soon, then they'd probably keep European talent like Amelie, who is from France, rather than giving her the opportunity to wrestle elsewhere. WWE released over 24 people in the span of a couple of hours earlier this week, and while they have promised big things for European talent, fans shouldn't expect those plans to be put in motion anytime soon. When Vince McMahon retired, Triple H rose to a prominent role behind the scenes, replacing his father-in-law as head of creative. The game also replaced John Laurinaitis as WWE's head of talent relations, and so far, the decisions made by Triple H have been welcomed by fans. After years of fans hating on WWE's product, there seems to have been a shift in attitude in this post-McMahon era of the company, but one ex-superstar isn't celebrating just yet. Sitting down with Sean Ross Sapp, Shane Thorne, aka Slapjack of Retribution, said that this positive response the game has had will only last as long as WWE keeps up this momentum. Thorne added that it wouldn't take much for WWE to make one change too many and for the fans to turn on the product again, adding that people are fickle. Aside from the NXT UK releases, the changes made by Triple H in the new era of management have gone down well with fans, but we'll have to see if this momentum can be kept long-term. One of the big changes Triple H has made so far is rehiring released talent, with Karrion Kross and Scarlett returning on the post-SummerSlam SmackDown. In his time away from WWE, Kross appeared for several independent promotions such as MLW, Circle 6, and WrestlePro, among others. Now, the two-time former NXT champion has given an update on his schedule and confirmed that he will only be wrestling in a WWE ring going forward. However, Kross added in his tweet that he will continue to honor meet-and-greet commitments only if they don't clash with his WWE conflicts, and confirmed his appearance at a Defy Wrestling event. This is certainly a change of pace for WWE, who traditionally would have banned their superstars from doing any appearances for any other promotions, even small independents. It definitely looks like times are changing, so if you're a Karrion Kross fan but can't make it to a WWE event, there's still hope for meeting the SmackDown superstar. Kross is one of several superstars to return to WWE, and from what's been reported, it doesn't sound like these returns will be ending soon. In November 2021, mere weeks after being drafted to Raw, Tegan Nox was released, but many expect her to re-sign with the company very soon. Not only is she a personal favorite of Triple H, but she's also Welsh and would make a perfect surprise addition at next month's Clash at the Castle in Wales. Speaking to Sean Smooth of the Sappenin podcast, Nox said she'd love to return to WWE one day, but has things to sort out first. "I would be more than happy to go back one day, it's just a timing thing now, I guess. I need to get my visa sorted and make a name again for myself, and hopefully our roads will cross again one day." Some fans have predicted that Knox will be at Clash of the Castle, and while she shouldn't have a visa issue in her home country, time will tell if a WWE return ever happens. At SummerSlam, Bayley returned to our screens after over a year out with an injury, but she didn't come alone. The role model was joined by Dakota Kai, who had been released by WWE back in April, as well as Io Shirai, now going by Io Sky, who was expected to be leaving WWE when her contract expired later this year. So far, the trio has worked without an official name, but that could soon be changing. Yesterday, we reported that WWE had filed a trademark for the term damage control, and according to reports, that will be the name of the faction going forward. The term control has certainly been used a lot by the group, and Bayley has said that their group will fix the damage caused by the likes of Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch. The trio have certainly proven to be a formidable force so far, and we'll have to see if Damage Control can do what they set out to do at Clash at the Castle next month. Wrestling fans all over the world are filled with a lot of excitement ever since Vince McMahon's retirement and Stephanie McMahon and Nick Khan taking up the position of co-CEOs. Triple H, on the other hand, is now the new head of creative and EVP of talent relations. In an interview with ESPN, The Undertaker commented on the Game's new role in the company. He had nothing but praise for his former opponent and shared that Levesque was brilliant. I mean, Triple H is brilliant, he really is. I don't think he gets enough credit for his wrestling acumen. I think he'll be a huge asset to the development of a lot of guys. I think it's a step in the right direction. This year's SummerSlam marked the first premium live event under Triple H's regime, and the show has since received heaps of praise from legends and fans alike. The Deadman and the King of Kings are two of the most well-known veterans in the sport. The two also shared a long history after many matches together when they were still active competitors. In the same interview, the WWE Hall of Famer talked more about what kind of person Triple H was outside the ring. Taker said that Levesque would let someone know if they were right or wrong. And he's a no-bullshit kind of guy too. He's going to let you know what you're doing that's right and what you're doing that's wrong. I think it's going to be a step in the right direction with Hunter. Given his past experience with the early days of NXT and his time as a wrestler, it's safe to say that Triple H is knowledgeable enough to know what's best for business. What do you think about the promotion's new era so far? Comment your thoughts. And we're ending with CM Punk, who made an impact when he joined AEW last year, debuting at Rampage, the First Stand special in his hometown of Chicago, Illinois. In May, Punk celebrated becoming AEW World Champion and hopes to become undisputed AEW World Champion next week, but he's also celebrating another milestone. On Instagram, Punk reflected on it being 1 year exactly since his debut for AEW, saying that it has been the best year of his career as a professional wrestler. Given that Punk was at one point the most popular star in WWE, even outselling John Cena in terms of merchandise, to call the past 12 months his best year is a huge statement. Punk added that over the past year he's rekindled his passion for wrestling, made new friends and reunited with old ones, and thanked the fans who made it all possible for him. In recent days, it's been reported that Punk has been difficult backstage, with some in AEW fearing he could quit, but from the outside, the AEW World Champion is pretty happy with his run so far. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.